Are we streaming? It's looking good. Looking fine. All right, let's turn on the music. Try some different music today. Oh, that's a lot of slabs, but maybe that'll keep me going for a bit. Hi, Needle. Yeah, I just thought I would do some more of this tonight. Felt like playing. Didn't have much else going on. It's a quiet night here, so why not turn on the stream too? Yeah, it is relaxing. It must be. I hope you're having a relaxing evening as well. All right. Let's get a little serious. I thought I had some scaffolding. I must have lost it somehow. I think I want at least 2 allays going for moss and blackstone. There you go. Maybe I can make some scaffolding really quick. Yeah, I had a stack the other night. I'm not sure what happened to it. Then again, a lot of things happened the other night. So it easily could have gotten lost. Oh well. I guess I don't really need it. I have some rockets for now. Maybe I can just start from the top and work my way down instead. Got some scaffolding here that maybe I could reclaim. Although I feel like that was there as like a marker to remind me of something I wanted to build, and now I don't recall what it was. So might I as well take it, or should I leave it there in case I do remember at some point? I think I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to worry about the scaffolding too much. Let's just start from up here. Yeah, let's leave it. All right, so I'll just leave this hole here. Today has been quite a day. I definitely needed some time to relax with Minecraft. Time to turn my brain off and just move blocks around. Might want that blackstone allay to pick up some dirt for me instead, actually. Because I'm going to be breaking a lot of that. This could be interesting. I thought about just trimming off this bit of land, but it could be interesting like this. Oh, keep falling around. And already it's getting dark. I barely started. Thinking I should pick up one of these beds and just take it with me. So I don't have to fly up and down every time. In fact, why am I even flying? I built this, you know, lift, and I'm barely using it. I forget that I have this. Hopefully the OLAs will find me. Oh, that's why. That might be why I don't use it, because there's never a minecart down here. I use it to get up all the time, but then I don't use it to get down. Maybe what I can do with that is add some sort of automation to send a minecart down when a new minecart arrives. So it's kept in like a state of equal minecarts, so that there's always a minecart available. That's something I can look at. I'm checking out this new music from Crinkles. Seeing if it's something I like. But if it gets a little like too dancey or intense, I might change it. Not really in that mood right now. I'm rarely in the mood for that. I like my soft, slow ambient music most of the time. At least when I'm playing Minecraft. Maybe if this were a dragon fight, some more intense music is appropriate, but that's not what this is. All of this needs to become blackstone. This cliff is very steep, though. Keep slipping and falling. I'm kind of enjoying it so far. If it stays at like this moderate pace, the music, I mean, I think I'm okay with it. Oops, not that. Hopefully it isn't too loud either. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing a little short check before I start streaming. A little short recording. Hi, Bat. Yes, it's another EPO stream. Just doing more landscaping here until, I don't know, I get tired of it or I get distracted. These, and this one actually needs to be blackstone. How are you doing, Bat? Whoop. There I go again. Doing pretty all right. All right. So, I had my big release on Friday night. And part of the reason I'm streaming is because I am nowhere near tired yet. I don't think I'm going to get sleepy until around midnight or 1 a.m. tonight. Because for the release on Friday, we were up until like 3:30. So felt like this would be something relaxing I could do, something productive and relaxing while I'm waiting to get sleepy. You've been a sloth all day? Or are you saying I've been a sloth all day? Because my sleep is all over the place. I was definitely groggy this morning, but I got some coffee. It was all right. Oh, you've been a sloth all day. Sometimes you need those days, right? Sometimes you need those days. Just do nothing. Unless you were busy today and being tired didn't help. You've mainly been laying on the couch all day and watching videos. Couch potato day. What were you watching? Anything interesting? Also, I'm not exactly free. This was a pretty big release, and I am relieved. But at the same time, it's kind of like phase one in a couple of phases of something my team has been working on, so not quite free yet. We're gonna have another release on April Fools, where the second half of all that is expected to go, so still, you know, a bit anxious about that. But not as anxious as I was. Videos about StarCraft mods and Half-Life 1 speedruns. Oh, yes. So StarCraft is a RTS game, right? I mean, I've never played it, so I don't really know a lot about it. It's interesting. I mean, it makes sense that there'd be mods for it, but like, what would that change? Does it add new units or new types of games? Allow you to play the game differently. That's a definition you can apply to just about any kind of mod, right? Play the game differently. One mod that you've been watching is the campaign in reverse. So you play as the enemy and you have a different objective. Now that's interesting. I like that. I always really enjoyed games where they offered something like that, where you could kind of learn more about the enemy factions and their motivations, and even play as them and have missions and storylines that you can empathize with. One game I was really fond of when I was younger was Sonic Adventure 2. And in that game, there's like two main storylines you could play as, like the hero cast of characters, you know, Sonic, Tails, etc. But you could also play as the dark characters, they called them, Shadow, Rouge, and there was like a robot guy too. And I really enjoyed that. And you know, if you beat both of the campaigns, you're then rewarded with some extra story missions where those two sides kind of had to come together to defeat a bigger threat. When I was younger, I thought that was the coolest thing, but I still appreciate games that explore stuff like that. They don't just leave enemies to be enemies, plain and simple. No, I took a bed with me, but I still habitually flew down to sleep in one of those beds. Hey. That's what you liked about Pokemon Black and White with the antagonist N. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the story for Black and White. And that generation in particular had like a sequel where the story kind of was expanded on, right? There was Black and White 2. I did play Black and White, but I really didn't get too far in them. I think I was playing them like in the middle of college or something, and obviously there's a lot to do. So I feel like I didn't give that generation the time that it deserved. Wouldn't mind revisiting them at some point. I just enjoy a good story in games. It took place 5 or so years later. The sequels, right? That's interesting too, whenever there's like a time skip. You see that a lot with anime, but you don't really see a lot of that with games, I don't think. At least not like direct sequels. Or I could just be spouting nonsense. I think just the games that I've happened to play, I haven't seen a lot of that. Who knows, they could do a Black and White remake pretty soon. We have the new Legends game in development. And there could be another mainline like generation game. But in terms of remakes, Gen 5 would be next in the order. So if they end up making a remake, I think I'll give it a shot. I just hope that if they make a remake for that game, it's not like the Diamond and Pearl remakes. If only because the story, I think, deserves or would be better enjoyed in a different style. Stop giving me dirt. I don't got room for all this dirt. Now I do. Where'd you come from? Ooh. It's just extra rotten flesh, which I could trade. Oh, right, I have a bundle. Perfect. Trying to get in the habit of using those again, too. You're liking the Legends remakes. Yeah, they're not really remakes, are they? I mean, they're definitely drawing inspiration from the regions that they take place in. To the degree of, like, some characters are obvious references. Yeah, obviously they're not exactly remakes, but I agree. I like that style, that referential style. I would like to see more in Pokemon games, and maybe this is something that could be accomplished easily in a Legends type game. Is more like interactivity or interconnection between the regions. We had that in Gold and Silver with Johto and Kanto, and that was so cool. I don't see why they couldn't do that more. Or at least, again, like, maybe not every region needs to have that. Surely some of the regions are just islands. But I would like to see that again. You did not enjoy the Diamond and Pearl remakes. You own them, but you haven't played past, like, the second gym. Yeah. I mean, beyond the style of it, I've also heard they're just not that great. Like, people were really excited for them because Diamond and Pearl were great. The originals were great. I really enjoyed them. But the remakes did not live up to the hype. What was it exactly that turned you off? Because I've heard that they were disappointing, but I don't really understand why, because I didn't play them. The last few games, they've had more and more references to the other regions, which is nice. Yeah, like Legends and Scarlet and Violet, I think they've been doing a lot more there, like especially in the Academy. If you go through that library and read some of the books, they talk about a lot of things from other Pokemon games. And I love that. They've always had like a little museum or library type feature in the Pokemon games, but I think in most of them, at least the early ones, they weren't much more than like Pokemon. Pokemon are mysterious creatures. Pokeballs are used to capture Pokemon, you know, like. I like this music. I like this one a lot. It's reminding me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. It feels like video game music, like I'm playing an RPG or something, and I'm walking through some kind of area and doing some investigation. You know what? I'm gonna make this Blackstone. The nostalgia really hit hard for lots of people, mainly the chibi style. I mean, yeah, that's I think what Nintendo's banking on with the remakes. But they can't just rely on people's nostalgia to sell a game. The game's got to be good. Or else it might backfire and you'll have people's nostalgia like let down. Oh, just the style turned you off from it. Yeah, I can understand. I don't think like that would bother everybody, but I could definitely understand like if you were looking forward to a remake of Diamond and Pearl, you're probably like, oh, it's going to be in the style of the modern Pokemon games. It might even be semi-open zone like Sword and Shield were. But no, it's just totally different. It's time to sleep again, and I swear I will not fly down. And put the stone in my bundle. Don't need that. And sleep. Good tea. I still haven't beaten Scarlet and Violet yet. I played through it quite a bit. And basically got right to the beginning of the end game. But I never got further than that. I like put it down saying like, okay, I got to here. This will be a good place to take a break. Do play something else and then I'll come back and finish it. But then I never did. And then there were those couple of DLCs that came out too. I don't really know much about them. Did you play those, Ben? So I know you were streaming Scarlet and Violet at one point. I think. It was a little while ago. I could be misremembering. Oh, that needs to be filled in a bit. Yeah, I think I can just bring this down. Bat disappeared. It's captain now. Hi, Shelby. Bat was telling me it's been a very lazy day for him. We were talking about like Pokemon games and some videos he was watching. But how's your day been? I think I'll just fill this in. I gotta get back up there. been really nice. Very chill and low key. Doing some reading mostly. Nice. What have you been reading recently? Anything interesting? I've somewhat been trying to get back into reading myself. I feel like that's something everybody says. But no, really, since I've been starting to go back into the office here and there, and probably will be doing it a lot more in April. This doesn't need to be moss. What am I doing? That needs to be blackstone. Since I'll be taking the train a lot more, I've just been trying to get into the habit of taking a book with me and reading that instead of, I don't know, taking a nap or something. The Bridgerton series. Huh. I don't think I've heard of that. Is it like a fiction series? Historical romance fiction. Oh, okay. That sounds like fun. Oh, jeez, I'm placing all the wrong blocks. Getting distracted by the music, I think, honestly, I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad I found this artist. I'm gonna add a few of these songs to my Minecraft playlist, I think. Gotta get more moss. May as well sleep. Look at that. He's just waiting to blow up some of my moss. Do I have a bow on me? I do, but I don't have any arrows. Gotta keep an eye on him. This one's going to be blackstone. Doing it again. I'm not on a rhythm tonight with this. Not paying attention fully. I think my mind is pretty scatterbrained right now. Had a very like thought-provoking, reflective day, and still kind of like my mind is still kind of preoccupied with those things. Okay, I think I can focus a little bit. Get out. How's it looking? Making some progress. think I'm gonna close this cave opening up before more creepers come out or something. Might be one of the reasons you don't like allays. They get in the way occasionally. Is this Bat Boy again now? But yeah, they kind of do whatever they want. It's a bit of a trade-off, I suppose. Haha. Pat's on the keyboard again. Yeah, I don't know. They're not great in all situations, but I think right now, any time that they might waste by getting in my way, they're saving a lot more time for like blocks that are flying off that side of the cliff. I don't have to jump down and get them. Hydrate. I've been hydrating. I've got a hot beverage. Got some old Christmas tea that I need to go through. I've been taking sips. What do you mean you've not been? You gotta hydrate, man. You gotta get that water in ya. What have you been doing all day? Sitting on the couch, not drinking water. Doesn't that make you thirsty? You've had like 4 tall glasses of water in the last hour or so. Once you started getting the headache. Right, you waited until it became a problem, and then you overkilled the problem. Gonna have to fix this shovel pretty soon. Don't want to break it. How many uses I got left? Oh, still quite a bit. Hey, Bat Boy, going back to the like Half-Life Source speedruns you were watching earlier. I wonder if it came across your recommendations to check out any Portal 2 speedruns. Get out. Thank you. The speedrun was live on Twitch, but the same guy has speedrun Portal and Portal 2. Very interesting runs. Yeah, for sure. I think like a big reasons that those speedruns are popular is because of the mechanics of the Source engine. Like all the crazy bunny hopping and physics interactions that you can take advantage of if you practice well enough. Hey Red, what a surprise. Good to see you. Yeah, part of the reason I asked that is when I was in college, I roomed with someone who did a lot of Portal 2 speedruns, and he actually got like pretty what's the word? He garnered a pretty big reputation for himself. And you probably would have seen some of his videos if you were looking at those. His name was Xenernicus, I believe. But yeah, he told me a lot about like how the speedruns worked, and just watching him do it was like really fascinating all the time. He never did any Half-Life speedruns though. He did other speedruns, but it wasn't even the Source engine. He did like Donkey Kong 64 speedruns, which were also interesting, but very different. Actually, I've done it again. This is not supposed to be moss. How is Shroomhearth these days? Shroomhearth has been a bit quiet lately, mainly because, well, in my case, I've just been so preoccupied with work stuff. It's been a really busy month, so I haven't been able to like put on any meetings, and I've rarely had time to play recently. And it seems like a lot of other folks are busy too. I know B-Man had a lot going on with school, with exams and such. But I actually just finished off a release last night, so I feel a little more comfortable with getting some blocks in. And this is what I've been working on over here in Briskasin, just tweaking the landscaping a bit. I came up with another like rule set for doing things, for laying out the blackstone and moss, and I feel like it's better now. Like the moss is just kind of coating the flatter parts of the terrain, while the blackstone comes up and like kind of seals it in, provides some structure for it. And of course I want to like do some other details like grass and shrubs and whatnot, but I got a lot of work to do with just these base blocks, so I'm just focusing on that right now. occasionally pop into GDQ and see different games, but just the one guy, Cerno, that I watch for speedrun stuff. That name sounds familiar to me. I think Xenernicus was working with that guy Cerno a bit for like sharing strategies for runs and stuff. I can't remember if he went to a GDQ, but I'm sure he did at least once. Anyway. He has Peanut Butters in Super Meat Boy, Doom 2016, and Dark Souls. Dark Souls sounds also like an interesting game to speedrun. Super Meat Boy, I feel like part of the premise of it is to speedrun it. Like it's a super challenging platformer where you're trying to complete the levels as quickly as you can. I would be curious about Dark Souls though. I feel like that's very hard to pull off. And I'm guessing they do stuff like no death runs. Crazy. Yes, personal bests, aka peanut butters. No, I don't actually call them that. I wanted to. Some custom trees might look really cool in some moss butts. It's a good idea. I'm thinking about that, but I wouldn't want them to be like really big. Kind of taking inspiration from like some Icelandic areas where like the land was initially very volcanic or craggy, but over time, climate changed and things got colder or more temperate, and then moss grew over. So some smaller shrubs or smaller trees, I think you're right, would look good in some spots. Just don't want to overdo it. Some thinner trees using fences and walls. Yeah, I like that idea. I think I'll give that a shot. For now, though, I'll just continue working on this land. Now, while I have your attention, whoops. I did build something else here pretty recently that isn't a tree, but you might like it. Yeah, let me go find that. Cue the good times with Scar time-lapse music. It's very catchy. But yeah, I built this the other day. Some funky mushrooms. Yeah, so the idea is that Fungaia, the fungal deity of the world, pokes its head up here and there throughout the world just to keep tabs on everybody. Of course, there's the main big mushroom on the living island, but in areas of interest, it pokes up. So here the mushrooms look a bit different than the world halls. It's because it's in a different climate. But I've also put some skulk sensors in there, so as you're walking by, it's like, oh, it's listening, you know? Yeah, glazed terracotta in some spots, just to make it look a little funky or bumpy or juicy. I should put some string or something at the top though. I've decided I really don't like the snow being up there. There's also some glass like on the side here, which I don't remember if I was thinking that's supposed to be goo or if it's supposed to like contribute to the illusion of like the shape, but I don't mind it. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. And we don't have too many particle emitters, but at least we do have some water droplets, which fit because the mushrooms are blue. So I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think I might just want to like clean up some of this landscaping or like integrate it better with the surroundings. And also add a few more like little details, like maybe 2 block tall mushrooms here and there. But yeah, cute little thing. Gives you Pearlescent Moon base vibes from last season. Oh yeah, she really went ham with the Skulk stuff. That was such a cool base. Oh, she's such a good builder. She's something else. It's crazy how like so many different people can have such unique styles with this game, such recognizable styles. And they're all just like amazing. Like people make actual works of art in this game. That includes you, Red. The post office this season looks so freaking good. So much color. Yeah. Yeah, like you can tell right away it's a Pearl's build. Pearl has this like always super colorful, modular structuring, yet also kind of organic, isn't it? Like things don't have a super well defined shape all the time in her builds, or when they do, she finds a way to like integrate the shapes with each other. It's not just like a block attached to another block. I'm not paying attention again. I'm breaking my rules. I'm worried now that I'm going to find a lot of problem spots where I didn't do this right. Need to put a carpet over here. You've been really enjoying building with modded blocks. Yeah. I mean, with modded blocks, you can really make some interesting looking buildings, and especially with the details. You can make really interesting interiors and like different components, machines and stuff on the exteriors, or just even like plants. Like I don't know, there's so many options. Yeah, and of course like actual gameplay relevant utilities like that massive storage in a single barrel. I feel like I have difficulty getting into that kind of building myself, though. Although I can like recognize how awesome it is. Just personally, like if I try to build with that, I will get very overwhelmed and burnt out quickly. Or like I'll be excited about all the options at first, and then I'll spend like several hours just hemming and hawing over little details because there are so many options for the little details. And eventually I'll just like settle on something and maybe not be completely satisfied. Or I'll spend so much time, like too much time on one single thing and then not feel like doing more. Create is pretty cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with you that it should be vanilla. I don't know, like it transforms the game in a way to me that I'm not sure if it's appropriate for vanilla or not. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm honestly unsure if it's like too much or if it's good for the game in a way, like, you know, a player could spend a lot of time tinkering with the contraptions. Well, I think part of like the vibe of vanilla is that it's very easy to get into. And something like create is not, in my opinion. Like you really kind of have to know what you're getting into with create. You have to do a little bit of research, whether that's watching videos on it or reading a wiki or something. But I think most people can just pick up vanilla Minecraft and start building something, even if that's just a dirt house or a wooden cabin or a mansion if they want to. And it's not much more complicated than mining and crafting. I like Minecraft for its simplicity. I think a lot of people have this impression that like Minecraft is or should be the ultimate sandbox where you do whatever you want and you should have all of these features and options, and I don't know. Like I see where they're coming from, but I kind of feel like they should be playing a different game. like some kind of Ark survival or something like that. Minecraft is a little bit a survival game, but I think it's more just like a game to express yourself in, especially if that's something that you struggle to do in other mediums. If create were vanilla, you couldn't lock farming to it. It'd still have to be a way to manually gather materials. Right, of course. Like, yeah, if they added it to vanilla, obviously nobody would have to engage in that if they didn't want to. Anyway, I'm sure Mojang have thought through ideas like this. If not literally adding create to Minecraft, adding contraptions like create has to Minecraft. and for whatever reason it doesn't seem like they're interested in pursuing that. Usually it's because they only want to add games that, or add things to the game that will bring value to the most people, but also be healthy for the game in the long term. And I don't know. I don't know if where create like would fit into that criteria exactly, but I just mean to say I'm sure they've thought about it. There'd still have to be a way to manually gather materials. Wonder if Create inspired the Autocrafter. You could say that. I'm sure the Autocrafter had a lot of inspiration. Like, Autocrafter has probably been a request from players since the crafting table existed, like since the beginning of the game. That there's always been like mods featuring some kind of Autocrafter, even way before Create. And even before modding was really a thing, before Forge, like we had like plugins, and there would be quote unquote auto crafters where a plugin would just take whatever items were in the crafting interface and produce. It's been a long time coming. What am I doing here? Getting more blackstone, aren't I? Having said that, though, I was really surprised to see the Autocrafter be announced. Like, that was something I thought Mojang would never add, in a similar vein to them never adding something that would automatically place or break blocks. Because I feel like they've been vocal about that in the past, at least. Mining and crafting, or mining and placing blocks, should always be from the player and one block at a time. But I feel like they've also in the past said similar things about autocrafters. And now we have an autocrafter. So who really knows? Mojang's free to change their minds if they suss out that something might be good for the game after all, or if the community feedback is strong enough. I feel like since Microsoft took over, they've been way more keen on listening and responding to feedback. And by this point, I think they practically have a science to it. So who knows? Who knows? Opinions change with time for sure. And either way, I'll probably still be playing Minecraft, whether it turns into modded or not. As long as I can still do stuff like this, just take my time and mess around with some simple creative expression. I should probably go fix this. I think I should do that now. Certainly excited to see what people do with the Autocrafter when it releases properly. Hermitcraft is already blowing my mind. Yeah. I've been really enjoying watching DocM put it to work. And like, we knew it was going to change things for sure, but seeing it actually in action, and like in the case of Zazuma's videos too, like he just kind of slapped some on ad hoc to his simpler farms, and already that makes a big difference. You don't have to have it in this massive factory. You can just have it you know, for very simple tasks. And it still makes a big difference. I'm excited to see what Tango does with it. I think he described some kind of redstone component factory to just auto-craft all your repeaters and observers and everything. You never have to worry about those complex crafting recipes again. I think that's where we're going to see the most benefit is farms and machines that are set up to craft things that have like 3 or more ingredients that are annoying to craft. Pistons. Bamboo as well, yeah. Just from bamboo, you can auto craft like so many things that you need wood for. Yeah. Just overall, like besides all that, I've been really enjoying this Hermitcraft season. I've been watching like a lot more of the hermits than I normally would or that I have in the past. Just because of like the mood of it, just seeing them interact like so casually and not everything having to be such a big production has, I don't know, feel like it's made them more accessible to me in a way. And Skiz, I didn't really know much about him, but I like him. He's funny. I like his attitude. And I've even been listening to their podcast, Impulse and Skiz, a little bit. I started watching it with the B00 interview because I just adore B-dubs. But I like that. I like a good down-to-earth, honest podcast with, you know, relatable issues being discussed. Who doesn't? You're certainly enjoying Hermitcraft from many more POVs this season. Yeah. Yeah, because like every time they're like hanging out in a group or something, which is happening frequently, you wonder what some of the other folks were doing before then, or how they ended up in that situation. It's very good for them. I think it's working out really well for them. Who knew you don't have to make everything such a big production to get a lot of engagement? Maybe people in this day and age just want to take some comfort. Oh my god, I walked into the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, maybe people just want to take some comfort in seeing people act normal and being friendly to each other. I don't know. Joel and Grant together is a blast. Oh, did they blow something up? I haven't watched a bit of either of them, Joel or Grant. Joel's, I think, he's the other new hermit this season, right? They blew up XP Craft and Demise. Oh, yeah. Demise has been pretty fun. I can't believe B-dubs like got so far. It was really funny seeing how paranoid he was. This could be a bit loud. You know what? I should turn this down. Always underestimate how loud these things are. All right, Red. I appreciate the conversation. Yeah. Not in the habit of it, Batboy. But I'll remember next time. I'll keep some ender pearls. That might help me. All right, back to it. Yeah, I don't need no rockets. I got ender pearls. I was just thinking, my birthday is coming up soon. And like, I've been enjoying streaming, and it could be kind of fun to stream on my birthday. But I know that's not going to happen. Get too busy for that. Between work and family wanting a piece of me, I'm probably not really going to be able to do whatever I want for my birthday. But I'd still like to stream more if I can make it work. I think as long as I don't overthink it and I just like, you know, stream Minecraft or something whenever I have time, a good chunk of time, and something to work on, I think I could keep that going. Big part of it is just making that routine and sticking with that routine. All right, this music's getting a little epic. I might get tired of this quickly. Ah, that's better. That's nice and slow. Yeah, that's the mood that I'm after. Is this one? Yeah, this is not supposed to be moss either. Oh. I should go back over there and finish that bit. I also should get the allays back out. Well, it's almost nighttime, so I will grab them after I sleep. I think there's a villager stuck in my ice farm. That's fine. I'm surprised there's any villagers down in there, actually. They've been doing pretty well since Omega helped me out with them. They've been reproducing a lot. I'm gonna go check on them. Just curious. The villagers up here. Yeah, they're still doing fine. Hustling and bustling. Even still got some babies. Very good. I don't think he's satisfied with the working conditions. Don't do it. Hey, come back here. Come on. Good, you close the door too. Will that make it? Kind of. I think this one should actually also be blackstone. Yeah. At some point, I guess I should change all of this stone in here to blackstone. Oh, that's such a small thing, though. Hmm. Not feeling this song. This one too, honestly. Not really feeling it. Might just want to listen to something else. Oh, this is better. What is this terrain? Might need to steal some more blackstone from Batboy soon. I'm almost out of all the blackstone I took from the bartering farm. I'm starting to zone out a little bit, I think. Partially due to that music. That was a nice one. I enjoyed that one. Don't think this is going to be another 4-hour stream. I think I might just keep it to like 2 hours and then see if I can get some sleep. I thought I was going to be up later tonight, but if I'm honest, I'm already starting to feel a bit sleepy. And like, I want to get better at having discussion topics to just ramble on about. But my brain's tired. It's done. Done for the day. It's gone through a lot today. It's looking good. I hardly paid attention to chat. To the in-game chat, that is. No, this should be moss. This one can be blackstone. Am I actually out of moss now? Got a bit more in here. I think I'll just take it out of my farm. I thought having these iron golems inside my buildings would be a good idea. But they seem to get stuck on things like trapdoors or anything that's a partial block. So maybe I don't want to do that. What did Chris say here? What are some of your favorite songs from video game soundtracks, if I have any? I mean, there's definitely a lot of video game music I like. What my favorite would be? I'm honest. I like a lot of the Pokemon soundtracks. But I like tons of video game music. It's hard to pin down a favorite. Minecraft, Stardew. What else? Minecraft, of course. Stardew has some nice ones. For the most part, I like more chill ambient background music. What about yours? Hmm? What album is this one from? I like these. Oh, this one's called Marshes. Okay. Like it. I think the next time I stream Minecraft, I'll do something different than this landscaping. Not that I'm not enjoying it, but I've done it twice in a row now, and I feel like it's time to do something different. There is a build I kind of want to work on, but I don't know if I want to like work out the details in the porcelain first before I just go ahead and build it. If I want to stream, that is. Or if I could spend the stream just thinking it out in the porcelain. I feel a bit like I struggle a lot with trying to be creative or imaginative while I'm streaming, while my attention is divided on that and trying to talk to people in chat. So I'm not sure. Like, I feel like it's a weakness that if I want to be streaming more, I should try to address. But doesn't have to happen right now. So I think what I'll do for that activity is just play off stream and think about what I want to build first. And then the stream can just be spent like getting materials and building it. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Probably not tomorrow though. Tomorrow, got some chores to take care of, some errands to run, and also a little bit of work to do. Although it's Sunday, I think my team wanted to try and do an emergency release tomorrow night, like a follow-up to Friday's release, to try and take care of some of the bugs that we found. But maybe sometime next week, whenever I can find time to do it. Oh, I like this song a lot. It's called Starlight. Ooh, I like that. That's good. All this music I've been listening to tonight is from an artist called Crinkles. I just saw Zisuma listening to it on one of his streams, and I really liked the sound of it, so I thought I'd check it out. Whoa, that came all at once. It's really big on the Doom soundtracks. Actually spent the $120 to get the limited edition vinyl release for the 2016 game. Distance has some really good songs. Payday 2 has good ones. Probably the most like memorable for me would either be Cave Story or Kingdom Hearts. Those are all some really great, diverse choices. I've definitely listened to the Doom soundtrack multiple times at the gym. LOL. And Cave Story. It's another one I really like. Wow, look at that. Oh, nice, bad boy. It's looking good. It's looking about right. I definitely agree with what Red said earlier, that a few trees here and there, custom trees, would look really cool. I'm gonna think about that some more. But especially like on this spot right here, I could see a small tree that kind of breaks up the monotony of this black stone. I said earlier I'm gonna do some like texturing with maybe some different black blocks, maybe mud in the black stone too, but a detail like a tree would look really cool and stand out against it pretty well. I think I'm out of blackstone. Do I have any more here? Yes. Yes, I've got a few stacks. Okay. other game soundtracks are really expensive. Sorry, game soundtracks in general are really expensive. Never thought about it. Or really, I don't know. Haven't been aware of it. I don't really look into buying physical copies of game soundtracks. But I guess it makes sense. Like, wouldn't anything on vinyl be kind of expensive if it's pretty well known? And of course, if the game is selling their soundtrack in that way, they're hoping to make a little bit of extra money through that. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Vinyl ones are usually really nice. Yeah, so then it makes sense that they'd be pretty expensive. Nice gifts to have, treasures of your favorite soundtracks. Need more carpet. Usually come with exclusive art as well. Yeah, so they're like nice collectible items then. The game shop that you brought me to has a bin of some cool vinyl soundtracks. I do remember that. I didn't really look through them, but I remember seeing them. Is that where you got the Doom one from that shop? The Doom one you got off the official site. Okay. Yeah, that probably makes sense. That shop seemed more geared towards like retro or collectible stuff, not like brand new releases of things. I could see you being into that soundtrack easily too. So the music that you play on stream is always very energetic. I mean, Doom is on a whole other level, but yeah, it seems like your kind of music. It's just a great soundtrack too. I'm sure like everybody has listened and listened to and enjoyed the Doom soundtrack. If they haven't played Doom. Like I haven't played Doom actually, but I have listened to the soundtrack a lot. They do get lots of brand new stuff. They usually get a few copies of limited release Switch games, a variety of things. The Doom soundtrack is the closest you've gotten to really liking heavy metal, but has more EDM parts of it. Yeah, like it's not strictly heavy metal. It's got some electronic as well. It's cool. It's good. And how do you even read the tiny Minecraft chat text, Depot? It's so small. I've got a very big monitor. So it's the right size for me. But I could see that being a problem for the stream if people want to see what's being said. So I can change that. Yeah. It's so small on your TV. It doesn't help either that I have like a transparent background. It's nighttime. What am I doing? I'm letting things spawn. Yeah, it's not a problem for now. Have I just not had food for a while? No wonder that spot's been empty. Almost to the top here. You know, I don't think I own a single vinyl. For one thing, I don't have a record player. But I'm sure there are people who still get vinyls just to get them, just to collect them. Or like maybe hang on their wall or something. I've thought about getting the vinyl for the Minecraft soundtrack actually, just because I thought it looked cool. But for what it costs, it doesn't really make sense to me. You've been tempted by that? Yeah. I think the other temptation is like it's limited production. It's the last time that they were offering them. I was very tempted to get it because like I knew that I liked it previously. And I didn't want to miss the chance, but don't need it. I would want the new songs from the last few updates on it though. Yes, I would too. I think Mo Yang's been doing a really good job recently introducing new music with every update, keeping things fresh that way. And also just having now enough music that it can be segregated by biome. So the biomes themselves have a different feeling. I don't play with music on most of the time, but I can appreciate that it's there. And I like that they've been bringing in different artists to add their own takes on Minecraft music. Some people might argue that it doesn't really sound like Minecraft, but I think it's good. I think it's good that there's some variety. And personally, I think it sounds... What am I doing? Personally, I think it sounds perfectly like Minecraft. It's got the same kind of ambient, chill vibes. I'm really feeling it now. I'm feeling the sleepiness come in. Which I'm happy about, because then maybe it won't be so difficult to fix my sleep schedule after last night. How much further do I want to go with this? It's like I feel sleepy, but at the same time I feel like I could keep going for a bit. Maybe I'll just get the rest of these slabs out. I'll keep going until I run out of materials for now. But why'd you go in there? You don't have stone. Oh, that was bound to happen at some point. Oh, and of course the last bed I slept in, I picked up. Oh, that startled me. I should have been more diligent about sleeping. I was letting it snow. Dang it. Well, I'm not gonna fix the terrain exactly how it was. Mainly because I don't know how it was. I'll spruce it up a little bit. There'll be an interesting cavity left there. Oh gosh, my items are probably all over the place. Should be using a boat, shouldn't I? Oh, thank you. All right. First I will sleep. And there's monsters. There's the zombie. Oh, this is precarious, actually. Why didn't I just take the minecart down? Okay, I can sleep here. Yeah, I'm not too stressed. I know that the important things will be fine. I just gotta find them. Where was that even? Ugh. Nasty. I gotta fix this rail too now. Oh man. Yeah, I think probably I should go back up. Actually. And then come down from the minecart station. Chris, you're watching the stream, aren't you? Just talking in chat. I've been replying to you in the game chat. Could have just been speaking out loud, speaking my mind. Either that or he's just responding to me being blown up. Look at all this. Even my lava bucket. Okay. I think we should be good now. Although I'm still missing a lot of my tools. I gotta be around here somewhere. Yeah, here's one. Where else? Oh, there's my journal. Okay. Okay. Think I'm all good. I might even just stop there. I can take that as a sign. Oh, good, poison. You felt the same way when you got blown up. You know you'll be fine, but deep down 10 years ago, Minecraft says otherwise, and it's just go, go, go. Oh yeah, we do have that primal instinct kind of encoded in us. Yeah, you know, most other games, when you're fighting mobs or enemies or something, they might be scary the first time or the first couple times, but after a while you just kind of get bored of them, or they're not really surprising. But creepers, man. Creepers sometimes somehow never fail to get you. I think it's just because like you get so zoned into what you're building and you're not expecting it. Yeah, they don't make a lot of sound, so they easily sneak up on you. I think I'm done. I'm done. Let's put the allays away. And I think I'm gonna just watch some videos or something before bed. But appreciate everybody being here, watching me just change this landscape. Made some decent progress, actually. The picture is starting to look fuller now. And I'm really liking the direction. I'm starting to get the sense that it's like just a lot of two colors, and I think it'll help a lot whenever I decide to add more of the smaller details in. But I'm pretty happy with this. Good stuff. All right. Batboy, Shelby, whoever else are here, Red. Hope you guys have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.